Father. And then a voice speaks down from the heavens. Simba. The first thing that Mufasa says to him, Mary should have been changing this, right? The first thing that Mufasa says to him is the first thing I want to say to you this morning, SMS. He says to him, Simba, you have forgotten who. You have forgotten who you are. Because you've forgotten who you are settling for less than you deserve. Because you've forgotten who you were built and made to rule and reign. And you're out here running around with things that you should be eating. You don't have a performance issue, you have an identity issue. The crazy thing about us is sometimes we see challenges in our performance. We see challenges in our results. We see failures in our activity, and we're trying to put band-aids on the symptoms. But I'm here to tell you today, the problem is not that you're not doing what you should be doing. The problem is you don't realize who you are. Your identity. Everything flows from that place of you being persuaded that you are worth something in this universe. You are worth something as a professional in this industry. You deserve more. And when you get persuaded about who you are, it becomes easy for you to determine what you need to do. I'm a big believer. Can I tell you? I'm a big believer that many of us are settling for things below that which we ought to have. I believe there are many of us that are challenged by the standards and the targets this company sets for us, and you're blaming them. Can I tell you the problem is, the only reason why you're struggling with their targets is because your targets are too low. I remember a few years ago, I had the opportunity to be regional sales executive for a regional advertising company. They sent me off to this country. My job was to sell as much advertising as I possibly could. I remember they gave me my contract, and in my contract, they'd state the amount of sales they expect from me for the week or the 2 weeks or the 3 weeks that you'd be in that country. That was my job. I looked at the contract and I smiled. See, people might set targets on you based on their perception of who you are. But your perception of who I am can never be higher than my perception of my identity. You telling me, Raphael, I believe you're going to sell about $10,000 in insurance. Raphael, if things go really, really well, you might sell $15,000 in insurance. I remember my first 8 days, I sold $21,000 in advertising. I got caught up there. Because the standards you set for me could never be higher than the standards I set for myself. Because I know who somebody shout, I am. Shout, I am. Now, I've been a big fan of SFP, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Price, for a long time. And I was following her when she was dominating the world. It seemed to me like everything she touched, it turned to gold. It was unbelievable. The run felt unstoppable. But just like everyone else, at some point in time, you go through your dark times. I'm here to talk to some eagles who've been acting like you don't know who you are. I'm here to talk to some people who've been settling for less than you deserve because you don't know who you are. I believe in every game, see, there are always players and there are spectators. The players are busy in the game, creating the results. Spectators are busy in the stands, talking about the players. And you got to be careful that you don't end up becoming a spectator in your own life. I believe there are hundreds of people all across this world who have amazing talent. I believe across this room there are people who are filled with amazing talent and potential. But many of you will not leave this industry as legends, and it won't be Sagicor's fault. Many of you won't leave this industry as legends because you don't trust the legendary process. You're not going to get up every day and do the legendary work. You're not going to pick up the phone, Chris, and make the legendary calls. You're not going to set the legendary appointments. But you like the legendary result. I'm here to tell you, SMS, if you are not willing to be a legendary agent in the process, take your sticky hands off the legendary trophy at the end of the year. Somebody say, I am. You're still with me. So what I want you to do, SMS, I want you to get your dream in mind. I want you to get your dream in mind. I want you to get your goal in mind. What do you want to accomplish in this industry? Close your eyes with me. What do you really want to accomplish in this industry?